Hello all. So I'm not going to go there. I'm not going to go where Israel is killing Palestinians because of a move from the Orange Man. I'm not going to talk about that. How 42 people died so far as of this video. Let's say that this was valuable. Millions of dollars. I had it in my possession, I owned it, I had the receipt for it. I am the legal owner of this. Doesn't matter the shape, size, what it is, or what I do with it. As long as it stays on my property, it's mine. Now if I was to take it and abandon it somewhere, well, that's another story. You abandon something. So, the item, it doesn't matter how big it is, how small, what color, what smell, what texture. It's that the ownership is what I'm talking about. So if you have this item and someone steals it from you in one way or the other, immediately he's considered a thief. What happens if he has the item for 10 years? Does it still belong to the other person? Or does it go to the person that stole the item? What about 20 years? 40 years? 100 years? 200 years? If that person could live that long, is that item theirs? How about if they pass that item to somebody else? Is it a stolen item? So if the item is huge, big, gigantic, like a sailboat or a yacht, a cruise liner, and it's stolen and kept and put into service somewhere else, but it was never paid for. Is that a stolen item after 40 years, 100 years? Wonder if the item was land, such as what Germany did in World War II, by just marching right into Poland and stealing, or trying to steal Russia. But that happened, didn't it? It's happened multiple times. Humans march in and steal some place that isn't theirs. Does that make it right? Is it still a stolen country after 100 years, 200 years, 300 years? Another example of what I'm talking about is when Europe came over and stole the Americas from the native people that lived here before. That means the US, parts of Canada, parts of Mexico were all stolen by mostly Europeans. Is that land still stolen? And if not, why not? Why, if my car is stolen and I find it 100 years later, it's still mine? But if I have a square foot of land and somebody takes it, that's legal? And the hardest question of all, probably for most people, it's going to make some people feel uncomfortable. Sometimes this channel does that. If the U.S., when the U.S. and its allies went into Iraq, bombed, killed, maimed, and destroyed, and then let the corporations come in to steal the oil, because the oil was supposed to go to Russia. It ended up going, of course, to the U.S. mostly, and to the UK. So that stolen oil was used to keep the US and the UK economy going in the same way it's gone for 100 years. People live pretty good here. Does that make stealing the oil from another nation okay? Because, well, we use it to make our country better, but is it stealing?